Bill O'Reilly here. This is the Talking Points Memo. I wrote a column on BillO'Reilly.com this week. It's gotten a lot of reaction. In that column, I spelled out how the far left is actually helping Donald Trump, but that's not what prompted a lot of the debate over the column. The second part of the column, I made a prediction, and I basically said that I believe there were going to be an uprising in America against the far left. And I use Berkeley, California as a signpost. In that town, which is uber left, everybody knows it, that's where the University of California is. In that town, Berkeley, the city council has passed an ordinance outlawing certain words like him, her, manhole, brother, sister, fraternity, sorority, all in the quest to be politically correct and woke. Now, we all know, all of us who are clear thinking, that this is insane, but it's also dangerous because it's a totalitarian play. So if you want to do business with the city of Berkeley, you can't use those terms. They'll remind you, but if you continue to use them, they might cancel contracts or do other things that would harm you. This is, of course, against freedom of speech. But the totalitarian left doesn't care. Now, let me run down why I think there's going to be a uprising. And it all has to do, by the way, with what happens in the election of 2020. If Donald Trump's reelected, the uprising probably won't happen as quickly. If a far left Democratic candidate is, it's coming real fast. If Biden, who's got a pander to the far left, but he's not really a radical, if he's elected, you don't know. But this anti-Americanism, this strain that the USA is a bad country and always has been, run by bad, evil white guys, the patriarchy, this is really starting to annoy and anger many, many Americans who aren't involved with politics. And this is what set off President Trump against the Mod Squad, the 4 radical congresswomen. So America is a noble nation. If you understand the history, if you look at what happened since 1772, when the revolution really started to get underway, to now, you can see the extraordinary things the USA has accomplished and how our blood and treasure have freed billions of people all over the world, including freeing the slaves here at the expense of hundreds of thousands of deaths of Northern soldiers and maimings and wounds and all that. So on balance, we're way up in the noble country list. We may be number 1. If you look at every other country, they don't really stack to what we have done for the entire world, not only our own people. So that's number 1. This America's a bad place business, this is causing anger. Second thing is the taxes. In order to institute all of the social justice, all of the income inequality wipeout, you got to spend trillions of dollars. USA doesn't have it. We owe $22 trillion now. We don't have the money. So in order to get even close to what the radical left wants, free education, free health care, all of that, you would have to confiscate property. Now, some of us know that. We understand it. Most Americans don't. But they're gonna, as they see their taxes rising on every single thing that they do. Everything you do is taxed. Everything. And that is draining and gutting the financial security of the middle class and the working class. Third thing is health care. Government has got to stop price gouging by hospitals and drug companies. They got to stop it. Now, the solution is to have the government run the whole healthcare system. That's insane. That would lead to disaster in a nation of 330 million people. But the government has to impose standards of compensation, that you can't gouge people who are dying. So this has got to come. And finally, the political correct culture, Berkeley, California, saying you can't say the word manhole cover. Why? Because there's the word man in it. You can't say it. So in Berkeley, we don't have manholes. I don't know what they have in the ground, but they don't have manholes anymore. So all of this stuff, I believe, is going to lead to an uprising. I'd like you to read my column on BillO'Reilly.com. I hope you will. I am Bill O'Reilly for Newsmax, and we will see you again soon.
You just watched Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing news channel, now in 65 million homes. Get Newsmax TV on all the major cable systems or go to NewsmaxTV.com and click on the Find Newsmax tab to locate us. Remember, Newsmax TV, more real news for real people.